Hey, English learners! Welcome back to the English Leap podcast, your cozy little place to learn real English through easy, everyday conversations. I'm Anna.
And I'm Jake, and today we want to start by saying something very directly, very honestly.
We believe this episode has the power to change something for you.
Not because we are saying anything magical, not because we have a secret formula that nobody else knows.
But because today we are going to have a conversation that goes deeper than vocabulary, deeper than grammar, deeper than pronunciation.
Today, we are going to talk about the real journey of learning English, the emotional journey, the human journey, the one that nobody talks about enough.
The one that happens inside you while you're studying the past tense and memorizing new words.
Yes, that inner journey, the one that is sometimes wonderful and sometimes very hard.
And by the end of this episode, we hope you feel something shift, something open, something become a little lighter.
Because learning English should not feel like carrying a heavy stone up a hill every single day.
It should feel like walking toward something beautiful, something worth reaching.
And today, we're going to help you feel that, really feel that.
So get comfortable, make your tea or coffee, and let's have this conversation together.
Now, before we get into anything else, we want to ask you something, a real question. Not a grammar question, not a vocabulary question.
Why are you learning English?
Take a moment, really think about it. Not the quick, easy answer, the real one.
Is it for a job, for travel, for someone you love, for a version of yourself you are working toward?
Whatever it is, that reason is important. That reason is your anchor. And we're going to come back to it again and again throughout this episode.
Your anchor. We love that word for this.
Because an anchor holds you in place when the water gets rough. And sometimes, learning English feels like rough water.
Sometimes the waves are big, the progress feels slow, the destination feels very far away.
And in those moments, your anchor is what keeps you from drifting away from your dream entirely.
So hold on to your why. Keep it close. We'll need it today.
All right, let's start the real conversation. Let's talk about something that every English learner experiences, something that nobody warned them about.
The plateau.
The plateau?
Yes, the plateau. That stage in your learning journey where you feel like you have stopped moving, like no matter how much you study, you're not getting better.
Everything feels the same. Your speaking sounds the same. Your understanding feels the same. You make the same mistakes.
And you start to wonder, am I doing something wrong? Is my brain just not good enough for this? Should I give up?
We've both been there.
Both of us, many times.
And here's what we wish someone had told us when we were in that place.
The plateau is not a sign that you are failing. It's a sign that you're about to level up.
Say that again because it's important.
The plateau is not a sign that you're failing. It's a sign that you're about to level up.
Because what's actually happening during the plateau is not nothing. It only feels like nothing from the outside.
Inside, your brain is consolidating. Consolidating means bringing everything together, organizing, connecting, preparing.
Like a computer that needs to restart before it can run faster.
It looks like nothing is happening, but everything is happening, underground, quietly, preparing for a breakthrough.
Breakthrough. That moment when you suddenly understand something you never understood before.
Or you say something and it comes out perfectly, and you think, wait, did I just say that?
Yes, that moment, that beautiful, surprising moment, that is what comes after the plateau.
But only if you keep going during the plateau. Only if you do not stop when it feels slow.
The learners who reach fluency are not the ones with the most talent. They are the ones who kept going when it felt pointless.
When it felt like nothing was working. When they wanted to close the book and never open it again.
They kept going anyway. And that persistence, that quiet refusal to quit, that is what changed everything.
Persistence is not dramatic. It does not look heroic from the outside.
It looks like someone sitting at a desk, opening a podcast again even though yesterday felt like a waste of time.
Exactly. That is persistence. That is the real thing, right there.
And that's you, right now, listening to this episode. That is your persistence showing up.
And we see it, and we are proud of you for it.
Now, let's talk about something else that makes the English learning journey hard. Something that is almost never discussed.
The identity shift.
The identity shift?
Yes, because when you learn a new language, you're not just learning new words, you are becoming a slightly different version of yourself.
And that can feel strange, uncomfortable, even a little frightening.
In your own language, you are confident, you are articulate, you can express exactly what you mean. You have a voice, a real voice.
But in English, at least in the beginning, you feel smaller, less yourself, like you have lost something.
Your sense of humor doesn't translate perfectly. Your personality feels flat. Your intelligence feels hidden.
Like you've been turned down on the volume dial.
Yes, you are still there, still the same person, but the English version of you feels quieter, less vivid.
And that's hard. That's genuinely hard. And it deserves to be acknowledged.
Not dismissed, not brushed over, acknowledged, felt, and then understood.
Because here's what nobody tells you. That feeling, that quieter, smaller feeling in English, is temporary.
It's not who you are in English. It's who you are right now, at this stage with the words you currently have.
And as your words grow, as your phrases grow, as your confidence grows, that version of you in English gets louder, gets fuller, gets more like the real you.
And one day, and this day does come for everyone who persists, you will have a conversation in English and you will feel completely yourself.
Completely yourself in a different language.
It's one of the most remarkable feelings a human being can experience.
Because you have built something, a whole new version of yourself in a new language from nothing.
From scratch, word by word, conversation by conversation, episode by episode.
And that person, that English-speaking version of you, they deserve to exist. They deserve the chance to come fully alive.
So keep building them, keep adding to them, keep showing up for them.
Even on the days when the English version of you feels very small.
Those are actually the most important days, the days when showing up takes real courage.
Real quiet courage.
The kind that nobody sees, the kind that happens in your own room, alone, with your headphones in.
That kind of courage counts, always, without exception.
Now let's talk about fear, because fear is one of the biggest things standing between English learners and their potential.
Fear of making mistakes, fear of being laughed at, fear of saying the wrong thing, fear of not being understood.
Fear of sounding stupid, fear of forgetting everything in the middle of a sentence, fear of the blank mind moment.
And all of these fears are real. We are not going to pretend they are not.
But we want to look at them carefully, because when you look at fear carefully, really examine it, it often turns out to be much smaller than it felt in the dark.
Like a scary shadow on the wall at night that turns out to be a sock on a chair.
A very threatening sock.
Let's take the fear of making mistakes. This is the big one, the one that silences more English learners than anything else.
And here is something important to understand about mistakes in English.
Mistakes are not evidence that you cannot learn English. Mistakes are evidence that you are learning English.
If you were not making mistakes, you would not be trying. And if you were not trying, you would not be learning.
Every mistake is information. It is your brain saying, not quite yet, but we are getting there.
And every corrected mistake, every mistake you notice and fix, is progress, real, measurable progress.
Think about a child learning to walk. They fall, constantly, over and over again.
And nobody says, look at that child falling again. They must not be good at walking. They should probably give up.
Nobody says that.
Nobody, because everyone knows that falling is part of learning to walk. You cannot learn to walk without falling.
And you cannot learn to speak English without making mistakes. It's literally the same process.
So the next time you make a mistake in English, do not shrink, do not apologize, do not go quiet.
Just note it, correct it if you can, and keep going.
Keep going is the most important instruction in the entire English learning journey. 2 words, Everything else is detail.
Keep going.
Now let's talk about the fear of judgment, the fear that people are watching you, evaluating you, finding you lacking.
This fear is very common, especially for adult learners, because children do not care about judgment. They just try things.
They say the most incorrect things with complete confidence.
Absolute confidence, zero apology, just, here's my English, deal with it.
And people love it because the confidence makes the imperfection charming.
We lose that. Somewhere between childhood and adulthood, we start caring too much about how we look while we're learning.
We want to look competent, professional, put together, and learning a language is inherently messy.
Inherently means by its very nature. Learning is inherently messy. It cannot be otherwise.
And the fear of looking messy, of being seen in the middle of the process, that fear keeps people from ever reaching the end of the process.
Because they're so afraid of being seen trying that they never try enough to succeed.
So here's the reframe, and a reframe is when you look at something in a completely different way.
Instead of thinking, people are watching me struggle and judging me,
Try thinking, people are watching me try something hard, and most of them respect that. Most of them are quietly impressed.
because they know what it takes. They know how hard it is to step outside your comfort zone, to try something in a language that's not yours.
Most people who watch you try to speak English are not judging you harshly. They're quietly rooting for you.
Rooting for you, hoping you succeed, wanting you to find the word.
That moment when someone is searching for a word and people around them are mentally sending the word telepathically.
Come on, you can do it. You almost have it.
Yes, people are much kinder audiences than we imagine them to be.
And even when someone does judge you, even in the rare case that someone is unkind about your English,
That says everything about them and nothing about you.
nothing about your intelligence, nothing about your worth, nothing about your future in English.
Belief.
Belief in yourself as an English learner. Because everything else we have talked about, the habits, the strategies, the courage to keep going,
All of it rests on one foundation. Do you believe you can do this?
and for many learners, the honest answer is, I'm not sure. Maybe. I hope so, but I'm not certain.
And that is okay. You do not need certainty. Certainty is actually quite rare.
Certainty does not wait for you at the beginning of most important journeys.
What you need is not certainty. What you need is willingness. The willingness to try, even without guarantees.
The willingness to show up, even when you aren't sure it will work.
The willingness to be imperfect in pursuit of something better.
That willingness, that is the seed of belief. And belief grows from that seed, slowly, with water and light and time.
And the water is your daily practice. The light is the progress you notice along the way. And the time, well, the time just has to pass. And it will.
It always does.
And one more thing about belief. Your belief about yourself as a learner affects how you learn.
There's actually research on this, studies that show learners who believe they can improve actually improve faster, learn more effectively, remember more.
Not because belief is magic, but because belief changes behavior. When you believe you can improve, you try harder, you persist longer, you recover faster from setbacks.
And trying harder, persisting longer, recovering faster, those are exactly the behaviors that lead to improvement.
So belief creates the conditions for the very thing it believes in.
It becomes its own evidence, eventually.
So choose to believe, even if it feels like a choice you're not sure about yet. Choose it anyway, and let the evidence follow.
The evidence will come. It always does.
Now, let's talk about one more thing before we go to our word tour. And this is something we feel very strongly about.
The community.
You are not alone in this journey, not even close.
Right now, as you listen to this episode, there are millions of other people around the world on the exact same journey, feeling the exact same things.
The same excitement, the same fear, the same frustration, the same plateau, the same breakthrough.
The same quiet persistence, sitting in their own rooms with their own headphones, trying, practicing, hoping.
And sometimes failing, and then trying again.
All of them, right now, in this moment.
And that's not nothing. That is something profound, something worth holding on to.
You are part of a global community of learners, all reaching toward the same language for 1,000 different reasons, but reaching.
All reaching.
And this podcast, this little cozy corner of the English learning world, is part of that community, a small, warm part of it.
And we are grateful you're here every single episode, every single time you press play.
You make this worth doing, genuinely, truly.
Now, before our word tour, let's do something together. A simple exercise.
What kind of exercise?
A reflection exercise. 3 questions. Just think about them, or say your answers out loud, or write them down if you have something nearby.
Question 1. What is one thing you have already achieved in your English learning? Something real, something you couldn't do before that you can do now.
Take a moment with that, because there's always something, even if it feels small.
Maybe you understand faster now. Maybe your reading is smoother. Maybe you know more words. Maybe this podcast, which would have been too fast 6 months ago, is making sense today.
That's real. That's yours. Acknowledge it.
Question 2. What is one habit you can start this week? Just one? Small, achievable, something that fits into your real life as it actually is.
Not the ideal life where you have 3 hours every evening. Your real life, with all its busyness and tiredness and responsibilities.
What is one small thing that fits into that real life?
Even 5 minutes counts. 5 real minutes of focused English practice counts.
And question 3. What is your why? Your anchor. The real reason you're learning English.
Say it clearly, in your own words, in English if you can, or in your own language, but say it.
I'm learning English because...
You are learning a second language. As an adult, that is one of the hardest things a human brain can do. You deserve respect for trying. Always.
Always, without exception.
Now, let's shift to something more practical. Let's talk about how to actually make progress faster. Real strategies, real habits, real changes you can make starting today.
Because inspiration is beautiful, but inspiration without action is just a nice feeling that fades.
We want you to leave today with both, the feeling and the action.
The heart and the plan.
So let's talk about habits, because habits are the real engine of English progress. Not talent, not intelligence, not luck.
Habits.
A habit is something you do regularly, without thinking, without deciding. It just happens, like brushing your teeth, like checking your phone in the morning.
Like checking your phone in the morning.
We all do it.
And the goal is to make English practice feel as automatic as that, as natural as that, as inevitable as that.
Not something you have to decide to do every day, but something that just happens, because it is part of who you are now.
And building that kind of habit takes time. It takes repetition. And it starts very small.
Small habit number 1. Listen to English every single day, even for 10 minutes.
10 minutes is nothing. 10 minutes is one short podcast episode, one YouTube video, one English song listened to carefully.
But 10 minutes every day is 70 minutes every week, and 70 minutes every week is 3,640 minutes every year.
That is over 60 hours of English input every year from just 10 minutes a day.
60 hours from just 10 minutes every single day.
Consistency is a superpower, a quiet, invisible superpower that most people underestimate completely.
Small habit number 2, speak English out loud every day, even if only to yourself.
We know. It sounds strange, talking to yourself, in English, alone in your room.
But it works. It genuinely works, because speaking is a physical skill. Your mouth, your tongue, your breath, they all need practice, like a musician practices scales.
You do not need an audience to practice speaking. You just need a voice, and you already have one.
Narrate your morning. Describe what you are cooking. Talk about what you did today. Give yourself instructions. Tell yourself a story.
Your kitchen is one of the best English classrooms in the world.
No tuition fees, very flexible schedule.
And the coffee is always exactly how you like it.
Small habit number 3, write in English. Even just a few sentences a day.
Writing is different from speaking. It gives you time to think, to choose your words carefully, to notice your own mistakes.
Keep a simple English journal, not a beautiful, perfectly written journal, just a real one.
Today, I woke up late. I had rice for breakfast. I felt nervous about my meeting, but it went okay. The sky was very gray this evening. I'm tired, but I'm grateful.
Simple, real, honest. That's all a journal needs to be.
And, over time, as you read back through your old entries, you'll see the growth, the progress, the evolution of your English.
You'll read something from 6 months ago and think, oh, I write so much better now. When did that happen?
When did that happen? Gradually, and then suddenly.
Always gradually, always, then suddenly.
Small habit number 4, find English that you actually enjoy.
This sounds obvious, but so many learners are studying English through materials they find boring. Grammar books that make them sleepy, vocabulary lists that feel like punishment.
And then they wonder why they have no motivation.
English is everywhere, in every format, in every genre, for every interest.
You love cooking? Watch English cooking shows. You love football? Listen to English football commentary. You love psychology? Find English podcasts about the human mind.
You love drama? Watch English series with subtitles. You love music? Really listen to the lyrics of English songs. Actually read them. Understand them.
When the content interests you, the English inside it enters your brain more easily, more naturally, more permanently.
Because your brain is paying attention. Your brain is engaged. Your brain is actually there.
Not just your body sitting in front of something, your whole mind actually present.
A very important distinction.
And small habit number 5, review what you learned, even briefly.
Because learning something once and then never returning to it is like writing in sand before the tide comes in.
Beautiful in the moment, gone very soon after.
But revisiting something, returning to it after a day, after a week, after a month, that's what transfers knowledge into long-term memory.
Spaced repetition, the idea of reviewing information at increasing intervals. It's one of the most powerful learning strategies ever studied.
But you don't need to follow a complicated system. Just look at the words you learned this week. Say them out loud. Use them in a sentence.
5 minutes of review saves you hours of relearning.
And slowly, those words stop being studied words and start being your words.
Your words, the ones that come out automatically, without looking them up, without translating, just there, ready, yours.
That's the goal. That's always the goal.
Now let's talk about something very important, something that's connected to everything we've discussed today.
And let that sentence finish itself, honestly, completely.
Because that answer, that honest, complete answer, that is going to carry you through every difficult moment that comes next.
Every plateau, every blank mind, every day when the words will not come, that answer will carry you through.
Hold on to it.
All right, now let's go to our word tour. These are the most important words and concepts from today, explained slowly, clearly, simply.
These words will help you understand the learning journey better and help you talk about it in English, confidently and naturally. Let's begin.
First word, plateau.
A plateau is a flat, high area. In learning, a plateau is a stage where your progress feels flat, where it seems like nothing is improving even though you are still practicing.
You can say, I am on a plateau right now, but I know it will pass if I keep going.
Or, every learner experiences a plateau. It is normal and temporary.
A plateau is not the end of the journey. It is a rest point before the next climb. Trust it. Keep going.
Let's repeat it slowly. Plateau.
plateau.
Next word, consolidate.
Consolidate means to bring things together, to organize, to strengthen. When your brain consolidates learning, it is connecting new information to old information, making it stronger, more permanent.
You can say, sleep actually helps your brain consolidate what you learned during the day.
Or the plateau is a time when your brain consolidates everything it has absorbed.
Or, consolidate is a beautiful word for what happens quietly inside you, even when you cannot see it happening.
Let's repeat it. Consolidate.
Consolidate.
Next word, identity.
Identity means who you are, your sense of self, the qualities and characteristics that make you, you. You can say, learning a new language can shift your sense of identity. That is normal.
Or, my English identity is still growing, but it is becoming more like the real me every day.
Identity is not fixed. It grows, it changes, and adding a new language adds a new beautiful dimension to who you are.
Let's repeat it. Identity.
Identity.
Now, the word articulate. Articulate means able to express thoughts and feelings clearly and well. When you are articulate, your ideas come out smoothly, precisely, in a way others understand.
You can say, in my own language, I feel very articulate. In English, I'm still building that.
Or, she became more articulate in English as her vocabulary grew.
Being articulate in English is the goal, and it comes slowly, but it comes.
Let's repeat it. Articulate.
Articulate.
Next word, persistence.
Persistence means continuing to try even when things are difficult, slow, frustrating. Persistence is quiet, steady, undramatic, but incredibly powerful.
You can say her persistence over 3 years completely transformed her English.
Or, persistence is more important than talent in language learning.
Persistence is showing up again after every setback, after every plateau, after every difficult day, just showing up again.
Let's repeat it. Persistence.
Persistence.
Now, the word reframe.
Reframe means to look at something in a completely new way, to change the mental frame around a situation so you see it differently.
You can say, I reframed my mistakes as evidence of learning, and everything felt different.
Or try to reframe fear as excitement. They feel very similar in the body.
Reframing is one of the most powerful mental tools available to anyone. You are not changing the situation. You are changing how you see it.
Let's repeat it. Reframe.
Reframe.
Next word, inherently.
Inherently means by its very nature, naturally, as a fundamental part of something.
You can say, learning is inherently messy. That is not a problem. That is just how it works.
Or, language is inherently social. It needs real conversation to grow.
Inherently reminds us that some things are built into the nature of something, not bugs, features.
Let's repeat it. Inherently.
Inherently.
Now the word willingness.
Willingness means being open and ready to do something, not forcing yourself, but genuinely being open to trying.
You can say, all you need at the beginning is willingness. Skill comes later.
Or, her willingness to make mistakes in public was what made her learn so fast.
Willingness is the door that all learning walks through. Before motivation, before skill, before anything. Just willingness.
Let's repeat it. Willingness.
Willingness.
Next word, spaced repetition.
Spaced repetition is a learning method where you review information at increasing time intervals. You review something after 1 day, then after 3 days, then after a week, then after a month.
You can say, spaced repetition helped me remember vocabulary much better than just reading a list once.
Or, many language apps use spaced repetition to help learners remember words long-term.
Spaced repetition works because it catches the word or phrase just before you would forget it, and reviewing it then makes the memory stronger each time.
Let's repeat it. Spaced repetition.
Spaced repetition.
Next word, profound.
Profound means very deep, very meaningful, going far below the surface. Something profound touches you deeply, changes how you think or feel.
You can say, Being part of a global learning community is a profound thing when you really think about it.
Or, that conversation had a profound effect on how I see my own journey.
Profound moments in language learning are the ones that change not just your English, but your relationship with yourself.
Let's repeat it. Profound.
Profound.
Next word, inevitable.
Inevitable means certain to happen, impossible to avoid, something that will come no matter what.
You can say, progress is inevitable if you keep practicing consistently. It cannot not happen.
Or, some discomfort in learning is inevitable, but so is the growth that follows.
Inevitable is a powerful word when applied to your own progress. Your growth is not maybe, it is not possible, it is inevitable, if you keep going.
Let's repeat it. Inevitable.
Inevitable.
Next word, engage.
Engage means to become actively involved in something, to give your full attention, to truly participate, not just be present, but be really there.
You can say, find English content that engages you, content that makes you want to keep listening.
Or, when you are truly engaged with what you're learning, the information sticks so much better.
Engage is the opposite of going through the motions. Going through the motions means doing something without really being present, just the body, without the mind.
Engage means bringing your whole self, body and mind, both present, both working.
Let's repeat it. Engage.
Engage.
And our final word today, dimension.
A dimension is an aspect or layer of something, a new perspective, a new side. When you add a new language, you add a new dimension to who you are.
You can say, speaking English added a whole new dimension to my life. New friendships, new opportunities, new ways of thinking.
Or, every language you learn adds a new dimension to how you see the world.
A dimension is not a replacement, it's an addition. You do not become less of who you are by learning English. You become more.
More, not less. Always more.
Let's repeat it. Dimension.
Dimension.
And that's the end of our word tour today.
12 powerful words: plateau, consolidate, identity, articulate, persistence, reframe, inherently, willingness, spaced repetition, profound, inevitable, engage, dimension.
Words for your journey, words for your growth, words that are bigger than a lesson and smaller than a life.
Now, before we say goodbye, we want to leave you with something we hope stays with you long after this episode ends.
Words for your journey, words for your growth, words that are bigger than a lesson and smaller than a life.
You are doing something remarkable. Every single day that you choose English, you are doing something remarkable.
Not because English is more important than other languages, not because it makes you better than anyone else,
But because you are choosing growth over and over again, in the face of difficulty, in the face of uncertainty, in the face of fear.
you are choosing to become more than you were yesterday. And that choice, that repeated daily choice, is one of the most human and beautiful things a person can do.
And we see it. This whole community sees it. Every comment you leave, every episode you listen to, every sentence you practice out loud when nobody is watching.
We see it, and we're grateful for it, genuinely.
So keep going, through the plateau, through the fear, through the days when the words don't come.
Keep your anchor close, your why, your real reason.
Build your small habits, one at a time, one day at a time.
Celebrate every win, even the tiny ones, even the ones nobody notices.
And trust, deeply trust, that the growth is happening, even when you can't see it, even when it feels like nothing is changing.
It is changing. You are changing. Episode by episode, word by word, day by day.
Gradually, and then suddenly.
Gradually, and then suddenly.
Now, here's your challenge for today. We have 3 of them. One for your mind, one for your voice, and one for your heart.
For your mind, learn 2 of the words from today's word tour. Write them down, use them in a sentence, make them yours.
For your voice, speak one English sentence out loud before you sleep tonight. Just one, any sentence about anything. Just speak it.
And for your heart, write down your anchor, your why, your real reason you're learning English. Keep it somewhere you'll see it.
On your phone screen, on a piece of paper on your wall, in your journal, somewhere real, somewhere visible.
Because the days are coming when you'll need to read that why. And when those days come, you'll be glad it's there.
And tell us in the comments, what is your why? What is your anchor? We want to know. We want to celebrate it with you.
Because your reason for learning English is not small. It's not ordinary. It's yours, and that makes it important.
And if this episode gave you something today, a new word, a new idea, a moment of recognition, a feeling that you're not alone,
Please like, subscribe, and share it with another learner who needs to hear this today.
because somewhere right now, someone is sitting with their English feeling very heavy, and this episode, your share, could be exactly the light they needed.
Be that person. Send the light.
Take care of your English.
And take care of yourself. All of yourself. Not just the English learning part. All of it. This is Anna.
And this is Jake.
And you've been listening to the English Leap Podcast.
Bye for now. We're so proud of you, and we'll see you in the next episode.